let's talk about week 7. We're back again to try to do week 7. This weekend was wonderful but exhausting. I can't believe that right now I'm feeling almost a little bit chilly, because both days of the weekend that was most certainly not the case. I was not feeling cold. I was sweating by 8 o'clock in the morning. But the weather is just beautiful today. I wonder if it's gonna stay like dry like it is now, like not humid, and just be warm in the sun. But what a great weekend. The only person to fall out of a boat at camp was me, and I'm not saying it was anyone's fault. Someone whose name starts with a B might have launched me without a paddle, thinking it was funny, and then proceeded to throw it at me a little bit too far. So then I reached in to get it and tipped myself over. It was fine. It felt great because I was indeed sweating. And Pride was a wonderful, joyous event. And yesterday, Monday, I spent the day really going through all the footage and looking through everything and sorting it out. And listen, like, the day is so short for what feels like so long, and I'm thinking about so many things that it feels like I get to kind of like relive it when I watch back the footage. So that was a joy. But now it's Tuesday and we need to get back to work on the artist way. I also have a ton of other work to do, but that's the nature of it all, right? Is like, I need to be able to carve out time for these things while still working. So I am going to continue my walk, and then we're gonna get back to work. Happy Thursday. I don't even know what we talked about last. So yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday I finally kind of like started rereading week 7 and started like doing the tasks. I think that like this weekend I'm gonna do a lot of the tasks is my hope, because I've just been working as much as I can. I have seen a lot of critters here today. There's actually a buck eating grass over there that I like turned a corner and we were like this close from each other, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'll walk the other way. He like ran the direction that I wanted to go, so he's chilling over there. I ran into a box turtle who was in a shell. There's a lot of toads out. I think it rained last night, so the toads are just like everywhere. Frogs are everywhere. So we're having a time. So yesterday morning, I accidentally tricked Brad into going on a hike. I was like, hey, I saw that there's like this walking path over here. Like, let's go check it out. And then like it turned out to be like, no, an actual hike, which was fun. It was cute. It said cliffside and it meant it. The path got very narrow, but I thought it was a lot of fun. We went last night to Northampton Community College's Pocono campaign kickoff. They're trying to raise at least $2 million. This week has truthfully been kind of boring to vlog because I have just been editing. And also, it means that like at the end of the day, I kind of don't want to sit down and like do my tasks for the artist way, I feel like, because I feel kind of spent, right? Like all I want to do is like literally lay and stare at the ceiling. So that's what I've been doing, to be honest. I will say that this morning I almost forgot to do my morning pages. I was literally like walking out the door to get on this walk, and then I was like, oh my god, I have not done my morning pages. So I sat down and I did it, and I did 3 pages in no time. Like I blinked and I was like, oh, this is page 3. We're gonna stop here. And I feel like recently I've been maybe avoiding my morning pages, because not avoiding them, but like kind of like putting them off, because I'm like, I don't know what I want to write. But this morning I didn't know what I wanted to write, and then I put pen to paper, and that was it. And it spilled out of me. What did I write? I don't know. I'm not rereading it. That's not the vibe. But it's all there on the page and not in here, whatever I was thinking about. So morning pages. What a thing to start the day off with. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm 11 days into week 7 and I still don't know what the connection I'm supposed to be feeling is. Happy Saturday. I can't believe it's already Saturday. I feel like just yesterday was Monday. Truly feels like just yesterday was camp, or like I should be going to camp right now. So I don't know where this whole week went. But I have been working on my tasks, so I want to tell you a little bit more about them. So yesterday, between calls, I saw that in the morning the new Olivia Rodrigo's album came out. I have an hour block where I have no sessions. I could take a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna listen to the new album and I'm gonna doodle, because that's one of the tasks. And I think the task really wants you to listen to a vinyl and only listen to one side. but I was like, I would like to enjoy this experience of listening to the album. So I put it on and I doodled, and golly, I have no words really. Like, I think it's a great album. I feel sometimes that I'm too old to like Olivia Rodrigo. We call her Olive in my house because Brad was like, is this Olive? What an enjoyable experience to just like listen to the album and be like wholly invested in just listening, right? And just like sitting there and drinking it all in. And I mentioned before I got on my last call, like I mentioned to Brad, I was like, hey, I want to do arts and crafts tonight after work. So while I was finishing up my last call, he set me up a little place in the living room with a small table on the floor, so I could like sit on the floor and do my little arts and crafts and have some fun. So that is what I did after work. I started my collages. So one of the challenges is to just get a big stack of magazines and tear through them both figuratively and literally and put together a collage. So I just started, truthfully, no prompt in mind, no anything, just started running through the magazines. And truthfully, I started grabbing words, I feel like, before I started grabbing images. And I have 2 collages now. I kind of, I don't know at what point, started to realize that I had 2 piles of themes of collages that I wanted to create. And I was doing my collaging until like, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I was like, all right, we're going to finish this up tomorrow. So today, Saturday, this morning, I finished putting my collages together. I have 2 wonderful collages that my next task is to find a home for them somewhere special, right? So give my collage a home is on my task list, to have a space where I can look at these things. And I think the collage is a very good illustration of a lot of what this chapter is talking about, that, you know, ideas are not solely ours, and art is not this thing that it like exists in the sky that you're like grabbing at. Like, art is the compilation of everything we've ever experienced and everything we've ever seen and everything that we've ever been inspired by. And that's kind of what like collaging is. It's taking these existing pieces of art or media or whatever you want to call them and turning it into something new that only, you know, you're never going to make the same collage twice. Truthfully, my collage looks different than like I want to envision it, and then I start like taking things off so I can start gluing it, and it looks different by the time I actually glue everything down. One of the other tasks was to create a scent in your home, whether that was baking something or cooking something or lighting an incense or whatever that might be. So while I was collaging this morning, I lit a candle and kind of enjoyed that aroma. It's funny because when you first like learn about Artist H, it talks about using all 5 senses, about how we sometimes forget that like scent, like smelling things, is such a powerful sense. And it was enjoyable to light a candle that I enjoy and do some fun crafts and listen to music. And maybe this is too much stimulation, but I really did enjoy it. And what a fun like Saturday morning of me just like gluing and cutting and putting my collages together. So I really enjoyed that. It's also interesting that I do feel like I forgot how much social media like eats up our time, right? Like, you can live so many lives in a day, right? Like, again, pre-COVID, before work you would like go to the gym, and then you would go to work, and then after work you would go to happy hour, and then after happy hour you would go to dinner, and then after dinner, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would fit more things in a day. It feels as though with social media and maybe work from home and COVID, we've just decided that we only do one thing a day. And I think it's kind of like shortening our days, right? Like, I did that collaging both after work yesterday, and then my camera died and overheated. But basically what I was saying is that I feel like now that I'm being more active with my time, right? Like, I think about how when we're on social media, you can spend so much time there and you don't even remember what you're doing or what you've watched, and you feel like the day goes by so quickly. But now, like with me doing my morning pages and then going on a walk and then doing my work day and then doing things after work, like, it feels like I'm doing a lot more with my time that is not just scrolling on social media. And listen, I do gotta tell you, I'm still scrolling there a lot. I'm trying to break that habit, but it is hard when you also work in the world of social media. Anyways, my camera dying was a good time because I actually have to get home and get ready for a shoot that I have in an hour. So we'll talk to you soon, promise. I literally just got out of bed and I'm about to do my morning pages. I just gotta say, a few vlogs ago, I was like, do I want to move back to the city? And the Knicks winning is not helping the con list. And I don't care about sports, literally at all. I grew up in a Mets Islanders household. But truthfully, like, I have never really cared about sports. We didn't really do football or basketball. But I do love community. And what helps community better than a shared experience of a sports team winning for the region, area, whatever. And so the vibes are high. Also, I think I had the realization that, like, I need to make a music video again. As a tween teen, me and my best friend Chelsea made a lot of like music videos to other people's music, obviously. But it was like a fun thing that we would do, and I don't know, I just feel like it's something that I need to do as part of my artist way journey. So I'm gonna go do my morning pages and we'll talk again later. Happy Sunday. That clip was from this morning. It is now afternoon. I'm about to go write my check-in for the week. So we'll just do a quick one here. I figured I'll wrap up the vlog here. So I did do my morning pages all week. I did not do an artist date. I have to do it next week. I really want to plan something fun to do as a solo date. I did most of the tasks this week and I really enjoyed them. Like, I really loved the collaging and listening to the album and some of the activities that had you do, like sitting in solitude, in a spiritual place. Like for me, it's outside, if you couldn't tell. But like, I just really think that I enjoyed a lot. What else does it normally ask you in your reflections? I'm about to do it. Normally it asks if you had any other breakthroughs. And I feel like if you just watch the vlog, you kind of can see some of like the aha moments I had, like things that you know are true. Like, we know that social media is bad for us. We know that we should be taking time out for ourselves. We know that we should be adding more fun things for ourselves in our lives. But, you know, I think that, like, even if we know it, we don't know it, if that makes any sense. So I feel like there were some things that happened this week. It feels like this past week went by in a blink. Like I said yesterday, like, I feel like I should be, like, at camp or festival right now, and I don't even know where the whole week went. And this week upcoming, like tomorrow is Monday, this week upcoming is kind of a little bit busier for my day job, and we have some things going on in the evenings and afternoons. So, you know, the promise you get to this, like, second half of the year, and, like, the downhill really starts snowball growing, if you will. So we'll be back for week 8. Hope to see you there.